everybody. Good morning and welcome to the Bill and Callie Show. I'm Callie, and I am so excited that today our guest is Aneta Dortová. She is coming all the way from Galway, Ireland, and she is the owner of Aneta Dortová Dance. And I got to see her on WGN for a little segment with Annabella Ball, and I was so impressed, and I had to go to her website, and I just started chatting back and forth with her on Messenger and everything, and she agreed to be on our show, and I'm so excited. And welcome, Aneta.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, so first of all, tell everybody about you, where you're from, how you got involved in Irish dance. And I desperately want to know how a girl who's from Pilsen, Czech Republic, ended up in Galway, Ireland, teaching Irish dance.
Okay, so as you said, I'm from Pilsen, or in English you say Pilsen, in the Czech Republic. And the story is following. I started playing Irish music when I was 15 or 16. I actually don't really remember. I think I bought a whistle for my 16th birthday as a present from myself to myself.
Good for you.
And I didn't really have any ambitions to be very good at it. It was sort of, Irish music started to be around me. I was going to this guitar course after school. Like, you know, I wasn't really interested in it, but my mom wanted me to go there. And I was going there for good 8 years. And the tutor, he got into Irish music and he started playing whistle. And like the last 2 years when I was going there, he was like, you know, we should all buy whistles and try some Irish music. And I was like, yeah, what is that? Like, you know? and in the same moment, I bumped into a Swiss metal band, which was mixing Breton tunes, which are fairly similar to Irish music, actually. The structure is pretty similar. And Irish tunes, and they would be using Breton trad tunes and Irish trad tunes as riffs of their songs. And I saw them on the TV, and I thought, this is really cool. And you know, they had like whistles and pipes and fiddle and hurdy-gurdy, and I thought, wow. And then later on, I actually found out, oh, this is like they're actually playing traditional Irish tunes, mixing them with their own like compositions. And so first, then when I bought the whistle, I started learning tunes from that band basically. And I was also going to those guitar classes, which turned into whistle classes in the end. And as a kid, I was told that I have no musical ear and no rhythm in the fabulous Czech school education system.
In your face now, baby.
I know, right? And so I really had like no ambitions, and I thought, well, you know, whistle is like €10, so I think I can afford that, and I'll try this, and we'll see. And I started learning by ear, and it worked, and I got really hooked. So I continued, and then I figured out that there are sessions in Pilsen, like Irish music sessions in a pub. So I started going there, and I was learning more tunes from the sessions. And then I found out there is this, you know, huge community of Irish music and dance in the Czech Republic, like in various cities. And I found out about this event called Bernard Summer School. And I went to the Bernard Summer School, which is basically a summer school. It's like a summer camp. Or it's not really a camp in Prague, where you can take competitive Irish dance classes or Shanos dance classes, set dance classes, whatever music instrument classes with tutors from Ireland, but also from Czech Republic or from France. And I went there, and I fell in love, and I made loads of friends there. So I was getting more and more immersed in Irish music. Then I started dancing because everyone was kind of like playing and dancing as well. And I thought, well, this is amazing. I want to dance as well. And I found out there are weekly competitive Irish dance classes in Pilsen, so I started going there. Year after, I picked up Sean-Nós dancing. That changed a lot for me because as I was a musician before, I would be always looking for in the dancing to just be another instrument or just to express the music in a different way. And competitive Irish dancing wasn't really giving me that. So then when I found out about Sean-Nós dancing, which is more improvisational, more focused on expressing the tune in your own way and, being yourself in the dance, it was just, that was it. That was a good match for me. And I moved to Ireland in the end of 2015, October 21st, 2015.
Wow.
I went on a flight with €1,000 and I thought, oh my God, I have so much money. I was just 20. And €1,000 was like big deal for me. I landed in Galway, and well, friends of mine back at home who play Irish music and traveled around Ireland in the beginning of 2000, they told me, well, if you want to go to Ireland, you gotta go to Galway. Like, you gotta move to Galway. I was in Ireland before a few times, just for a week. I went to Dublin, I went to Belfast, I went to Ennis and Galway a little bit, and but I only spent one night in Galway before, so I knew no one. And I knew one person here in Galway, actually. So I went, I came here, and the plan was to stay for half a year, and I'm still here. So yeah, and eventually here, I also never planned to be a professional dancer, a professional musician, and a freelancer. That never ever been a plan. Like back at home, back in the Czech Republic, it's kind of impossible to be a freelancer in art, or it's really hard, really. And for a majority of the time, people look at dance and music as a hobby. Like, you want to play at this festival? Ah, yeah, play for a beer. Like, you can be glad that you get to play on a stage. That kind of an attitude is frequent, unfortunately. So coming to Ireland and seeing that people make living off of playing sessions in the pubs was like, I was just, wow. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. Or, then when I found out that people are full-time buskers, I was like, what? How is this possible? Like,
now explain to people what buskers are, because a lot of people don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, street performers, which in Galway, street performance is a huge thing. Well, not
it's
now,
very
obviously.
big in the UK as well. There's a lot of it in Scotland and England and Wales and things too.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, in Portugal as well, and some places in Italy, Germany. Yeah, you gotta know where you want to go and how it works, because
I even remember in Prague. There was a mime magician person too, and he was amazing.
Prague used to have an amazing busking scene, but they brought bylaws which destroyed the whole thing, unfortunately. As Galway did actually as well, but we did not really get a chance to experience how they're gonna, pursue, or whatever, how you say it, the laws on us, because they brought them in on 1st of January of this year, and the busking season really starts on St. Patrick's Day, so we didn't really get to know how they would restrict us and force us to stop, basically. But yeah, Galway brought bylaws as well. So yeah, as a busker, it's a funny job.
But you meet so many fun people, I'll bet.
Oh yeah, crazy people, normal people, tourists.
Those crazy American tourists and everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, they're okay. Like, you'd be dealing with drunk people in the streets, or just
American
weird
tourists.
people in the streets. Like, you gotta be on it. Like, you get street. I don't know how you call it in English.
Smart.
You get street smart. Like, you gotta be street smart about it, and it's not for people who are scared. You really have to be like fighting for yourself there.
So now one of the things that you've started doing is, because of Airbnb, you were doing experiences for people
Yeah.
who are coming and staying in Airbnbs. And because those things slowed down, they came to you and said, what about doing virtual dance classes? And so you're doing that now. So tell people a little bit about how they can find out about maybe signing up and taking some virtual classes.
All right. So there when you go on Airbnb website, there is you can click on Airbnb online experiences, and at this stage there is loads to choose from. There are some mad things up there.
Which
I
is
feel like
really
I'm
fun to
one
know.
of the yeah, it's really cool. There are some really crazy experiences there. I feel like I'm one of the more normal ones, definitely. My experience is called Irish Dance Masterclass, and it's an hour-long dance class, introductory dance class to Irish dance. It's for €10, which is a very good price, I'd say.
Absolutely.
It's
It's
a
an
it's
excellent
a it's
price.
a group class, and for for the €10, let's say you're two people in the household or a whole family, so you pay €10, and all of you can come and dance. Come and dance. There is a restriction of maximum 5 screens, so it's getting booked up pretty quickly. For me, I restricted it on 5 people
Sure.
because I want to be able to talk to the people as well and get to know them, not just, hello, here we are, this is what we're doing, quickly do this, that.
Right.
Yeah, I want to get to know a little bit about the people and get some sort of a feedback
Now, are
from the
you
people.
thinking about maybe
So,
continuing after all of this is over with, doing some virtual classes for
oh,
people so that,
absolutely. Like
okay, because I was going to say, if I
this,
signed up, I would want to keep doing it.
Yeah, and
right.
you've got a huge
You know,
market in the United States and
Oh, yeah.
beyond.
I have to show a picture of my little friend Fiona, who's also she does Irish dance. She lives in Chesterton, and she's one of my favorite people in the whole world. But I'm hoping she's watching with her mom right now, actually.
so I'm definitely like, see, who knows what's gonna be. No one knows, and the future of arts is really uncertain. So we got to make the best out of it, and if there are people wanting to take online dance classes, I will go and teach them. I love teaching. If it's in person or online, I don't care. I get the same buzz off of it. So I'm happy. If the people are happy, I'm happy. But yeah, also, like, regarding the dance class, you get to try 2 dance styles. There are a few styles in Irish traditional dance. We're going to be trying the solo styles. The first style we can try is called Irish step dancing, which is the style from Lord of the Dance and River
Oh,
Dance.
that's
And
right.
then the second, everyone
Celtic
wants
Thunder.
that. Everyone wants a bit of Lord of the Dance. And the second one is called Sean Nose dancing. That's my popular. That's my choice, or my popular. My favorite style. Sean Nose dancing is very different from Irish step dancing, and the word sean-nós is from Irish and it means old style. So
So I'm
Very
intrigued
cool.
with this online dancing class. So do you have recommendations for like what part of the house that they do this in, or do you send them, like you need so many square
Well, you
foot?
probably don't want to do it in the bathtub.
I was
right.
thinking that, but now that you bring it up, Kelly, I get that shutters my dream. And that goes
um
under the classification things you don't want to see Bill dancing in a bathtub.
That's
So,
true.
yeah.
I mean, like, if you have a big bathtub, you could do it,
Why
I
not?
guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like restricting any of that. No,
And I
obviously
suppose
you need.
with the Zoom, you could stop their video at any time. So, I mean,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
don't want to see
I
that.
can.
Yeah,
Like, if
so,
it's if
uh,
it's going some direction where
yeah. No,
it should
no,
be
no,
going,
no,
yeah,
no,
I can
no.
remove you.
Now, people
um,
can also follow you um, through your there's a lot of YouTube videos out there of you dancing. I know I was looking at some of those. And then
Yes.
you're on Instagram at
Yeah.
Aneta.dance. And then there's Aneta Dortová Dance.com. And we'll put those links up too when we post it to Facebook and everything so people can follow you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
And they're
absolutely.
up on, they're when we post this already. I took your Instagram, your web page, and put it all up there. So
yeah, because we want everybody to know about you and how amazing you are and how fabulous your classes are going to be if people want to sign up for them. Tell us a little bit about you too. Like, what are you doing in your spare time? How are things over there in Ireland with all this coronavirus pandemic quarantine stuff going on?
See, I'm not very good in having free time. I always make myself very busy. And I could have totally just relax and read this stack of book I have about choreography in contemporary dance, which I actually managed to borrow before this lockdown happened, and I bought some as well. But you know what? No, I just decided to make, myself really busy. So I am currently going through a media analyst training, which is something I have never ever done. I'm like used to dancing 5 hours a day and constantly learning and going to dance classes and teaching and performing. But no, I decided to try this. So now I'm like learning a proper corporate job sort of a thing. But yeah, we can go out. Now we can go out to like 5 kilometers from our home. We can do many things. We don't have to wear masks, which is a pity. I think we should wear masks inside anyways. Outside, maybe at a crowded place, but it's not many places now.
Right.
Everything is closed. They're just convenience stores are open, like supermarkets. Essential stuff is open, but everything else is closed. Obviously, pubs are closed.
Right,
big disaster in Ireland.
Well, that is a big
pubs
that's a big disaster anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll be happy when the bars and pubs here open up as well.
That's serious. When a bar closes in Ireland, that's serious business. I mean,
it is. That's what everyone was saying. Like the moment the government closes the bars, it's very bad.
You can't get a shot in a pint nowhere. Oh my God!
You can't get a pint of Guinness now. It's a huge part of the culture here. You can't judge that. It is a part of the culture. Like everything happens in I don't want to say everything, but loads of things happen in a pub in Ireland. People meet, people talk, people make friendships, people hear music, whatever. Like it's there. Yeah, it's pub is the sort of like it is a very part of Irish culture, a very important part of Irish culture.
Yeah. In
the beginning, for me, it was like, wow, really, like everything happens in a pub here, but in a way, it makes sense. In a way, yeah.
Hey, it's a very good way to connect. So, in fact, when I understand, the Irish want everything to happen in a pub, even church. They would like to have in a pub.
Well, I know next time I'm in Ireland, I'm definitely going to Galway, and I'm going to meet you in a pub, and we're going to talk.
Cool.
I could hear him now. Hey, Padre, this makes the sermon a lot more palatable.
So, how come you look so Irish? That's a question people are going to ask. How does a girl with this beautiful fair complexion and this beautiful red hair who looks like an Irish dancer, are you part Irish?
No. Not at all.
Okay.
Wow.
Because I'm thinking maybe your mom was Irish and your dad was Czech. I don't know.
No. I have the red hair from my dad. He has red hair as well. We have a red-headed gene in our family. But, I think the gene is called MCR1. I'm not sure now. I might be saying it wrong. The red-headed gene. And it's a genetic mutation, so it's not really connected to a place. Like it's not really. I always
wanted to be a ginger, and I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I want to be a mutant.
Well, both my daughter and son have red hair, so I mean, yeah. So
yeah, it's not really connected to like a certain place. Obviously, yes, there are more red-headed people in Ireland than in the Czech Republic, 100%. But I've seen more redheaded people in Netherlands actually than I have ever seen anywhere else. Like I felt like, wow, everyone is a redhead here.
I guess it's a
yeah,
stereotype.
no, I actually, the thing is, I took a DNA test because when I moved here, it's constant. It's all the time. Oh, you have red hair. Well, you must be Irish. No, I'm not at all. I am very Slavic. So yeah, I took a DNA test, and yeah, I'm fairly Slavic. There's some Norwegian, Swedish in me, and Finnish. Also Syrian and
a little bit.
Yeah, Syrian and Israeli, and then loads of Germanic and Western Europe.
Wow.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So is there anything you want to leave our listeners with before we let you go?
Stay safe and dance a lot. It's amazing. Even though I just wanted to say, you don't need much space to dance. If you want to take class with me or with anyone else, really, you don't need much space. See, I'm in a room which is like 3 by 2 meters, not a very big room. And I'm able to take contemporary dance classes in this room. You can take those classes as well. And you know what's amazing? It makes you feel much better. Much, much better. It's good for your mental health. It's so good for your mental health.
And now, do you require like a hard surface, like a wood floor? Okay, yeah.
That's ideal, but you know what? Like, if you want to take just one class for fun, yeah, do it on a carpet. I have no problem with that. But yeah, if you want to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this now every week, yeah, it's you gotta be able to. If you want to like continue doing it, you have to be able to hear what sound you're making, because it can get very specific. Or I mean, I can get very specific if I teach someone who want to get really good in it. We're gonna go into detail.
Right.
Wonderful.
So 3 meter by 3 meter, that's about the right size, and
that's plenty.
Plenty.
You can like you'll be just fine, or like 1 square meter, literally.
All right.
1 square meter, and you're grand.
And you provide the music for the dance, and what type of music is that, by the way? What type of music
Celtic.
do you play during? Is it mostly
Irish
Celtic?
music, Irish traditional music. I am actually these days I'm using one recording which is from Mary McNamara, who is a mother of my housemate actually, and she plays this fabulous, very stable music with this stable rhythm. I love it for teaching. When you slow her down, she's not speeding up. You know, it's very clear. I love her. Love her music for dancing and for teaching. But yeah, Irish traditional music, no Celtic music, Irish traditional music.
All right. There we go.
And just one last thing, what if a person is interested in taking lessons with you, say here in the United States, how much is it per, your class?
So if you want to do a private lesson, my normal fee is €30 per hour. I am willing, if you're in a difficult financial situation, if you don't have a job or whatever, I'm willing to, talk about different fee.
So €30?
But no, normally €30.
For a private class, yeah. For one-to-one, just you and me, all my attention just for you.
All right. And what does that equate to the American dollar? Kelly, do you know offhand? Mrs. Travel Agent?
The rates change so much. I think it's probably
they could look it up.
$28 maybe in American, or around that.
All right. Yeah.
€30 would be $37, $38, something like that.
It's up a little bit now. Okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
That's still a great deal.
Yeah.
Regarding a private, I am still very cheap in I mean, it might not sound cheap, but if I want to get a dance class with someone I'm really looking up to, like, I'd be paying certain people €100 for a private dance class. So I'm still pretty cheap, but You will learn stuff.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you'll learn a
Yeah.
lot.
I find amazing, of course, this pandemic has been awful on our health and it's caused us to think differently. But the positive thing that has happened is it's kind of opened up the world. Now people are using all this technology that we've always had available to expand their
Exactly.
culture, the exposure to different cultures. And, all of a sudden we're communicating with someone from New Zealand, from Ireland, that we never really thought of doing that before. So, out of all bad things, good things come, I always say. So, this is one of them. I think this is
That's
phenomenal
right.
that you
I'm,
could.
I'm, I'm, it's a good point. I am fascinated by this because you know what? Before this happened, my main income was from teaching tourists dancing, busking, which is again, your money is from tourism, and doing gigs, which the gigs go because of tourism. So almost 100% of my income would be from tourism. And I would be hired to do Irish dancing oftentimes, or, just be an Irish dancer. But I do love Irish dancing. My background is in competitive Irish dancing, Shannos dancing. Yes, it's a core of what I do. But actually, I do other styles of dancing, and um, when I am performing and I'm hired to be myself, I would say I do percussive dancing as a big mixture of percussive dance styles, which are from French Canadian parts. There's a style Ottawa Valley, Cape Breton, Quebecois, or Scottish step dancing, English clogging, Irish dancing, tap dancing, Appalachian flat footing. I did classes in those styles and I developed my own thing through that. And suddenly after, I felt like before that, not many people really cared, like they're like, yeah, we want Irish dancing. Okay, you can do Irish dancing, do Irish dancing there. And now it's like people find me and they're like, oh, we really like what you're doing. And we actually don't really care if it's Irish dancing or anything else. We just really like this and we want to learn it now. And I'm like, well, oh, wow, I've been here the whole time, but you want it now. And that's really cool. And also, like, I get to teach people now. They keep coming back. I have four private students now who I have every week. And wow, I mean, they're getting so much better week by week. They really work hard. People take a class with you and they really appreciate it. They really appreciate the time. And they come back in a week. I give them a homework and they do it. And I'm
Hmm.
like, this is amazing. This is all I ever wanted. It's like people who will, take the classes and they will come back and they will be better week by week. And so I can see, okay, this is, if I do this with them, it actually really works. Because before that, I would have very, very few private students. Majority of it would be people who just want to try Irish dance, once.
Right.
But now it's like I can really like I have to sit down, really think about, okay, this person wants to do this. Okay, we can work on this. And yeah, I can give them homeworks and they do it. It's amazing. People do stuff now. They want to learn and they work on the stuff they get to know from me. It's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
interesting how
fascinating.
this actually changed
Yeah,
people's.
boy, Kelly and
Um,
I think this is great, what you're doing, and boy, we hope that this blossoms for you and you become very
Yes.
successful in your business. Because
Thank you.
in fact, we had a dance therapist on not too long ago, and she related
Oh,
to movement is overwhelmingly good for the spirit and the mind. That a lot, and she's actually clinical therapist that is also a dance instructor. And so what you're doing is good, and especially now, oh my gosh, like
Absolutely. It's
what
great
people are
for
going
mental
through.
health. It's good for your physical health. It's just dance is a beautiful thing.
Hmm.
All the arts, anything you can do to stimulate your brain and your body, and I love the interpretive part because when you're depressed, you can use movement and the music to express maybe something that you can't verbally express. That's what's so beautiful about dance.
Yeah, we probably better wrap things up here pretty soon. But just one word, if anyone comes on and say they're going to dance in a tub, I'd shut that stuff down. I wouldn't.
Well, I'd be worried that you might slip and fall and hurt yourself
Exactly.
rather than
Exactly.
anything
That's what
else.
we'll go with.
And actually, Anita, that could be the least of your worries. Some visions in my mind here are just not good right now. So we'll leave it at
Aneta,
that.
thank you. Thank you so very much for staying up and tuning in with us and being our guest today. I am beyond excited and thrilled to have you here.
Thanks so much for having me and being interested in what I'm doing. I really
Definitely.
appreciate that.
This has been fun.
Well, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Lots of fun. Thank you so much.
Don't be a stranger.
Right.
Come back. You're always welcome on
Okay.
the Bill and Kelly
Yes,
Show.
please. If anything is going on or you've got competitions or something, come back and talk about it. We'd love it.
Okay.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. Likewise.
you.
Okay.
And with
Bye.
that, we'll say goodbye
and
for
all
now.
Of our viewers, bye. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by... For over 28 years, Creative Carpet and Flooring has provided not only one of the largest selections of carpet and flooring in the area, but also customer service that exceeds expectations. Featuring leading brands like Mohawk, Stanton, and Shaw, their friendly and knowledgeable staff is there to help you choose the products that are right for you and are available to help answer any questions along the way. Once you become a client, you'll get newsletters recognizing new customers, offering contests, sales, and special thank you incentives for referrals. Creative Carpet and Flooring, with locations in Mokina, Illinois and Highland, Indiana. A family-owned business providing great products and service to families like yours.